A bunch of celebrities, including Don Lemon, have announced their departure from Twitter, now known as X. I wonder why. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about quite a few celebrities who have announced their departure from Twitter, now known as X. Now, they may have varying reasons. We'll get to that in just a minute. But I think there's one core issue that all of them are going to have, and that's Elon Musk. They are mad at him because a billionaire took his money and used it for good rather than for evil. He used it for freedom of speech rather than the suppression of speech. Because let's not forget, before Elon Musk came into the mix, you had Twitter censoring legitimate posts, the Hunter Biden laptop, the November surprise, whatever that was in 2020, right before the election. That story got totally censored. 52 intelligence officers said that it's Russian misinformation. You couldn't post it anywhere. Twitter, Facebook, all of that was shut off. This kind of government intrusion into social media, trying to censor things, trying to change things, trying to alter things, that brought about Elon Musk. Without the government doing all of that, there would be no Elon. Elon came about as a defender of American rights, of the Constitution, contrary to what many on the left would actually want. Now, before I go any further, let's get into some of the clips, the announcements, the posts. Now, this one from Jamie Lee Curtis is not like a video or anything, but we could just show what happened here. Okay, that's Jamie Lee Curtis. That's how she looks kind of recently. Shout out to her. Back in the 90s, in that movie True Lies, like it was nobody on planet Earth hotter than her in that particular movie. Okay, so I'm gonna give her flowers. I know everybody ages, everybody gets old, but in that period of time, back in the day, she was it. Now, this is her post here. I think she put it on Instagram. So she posted a picture of her account being deactivated on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? And her caption says, "God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." Now, some are saying this is a reference not necessarily to what's happening on Twitter, not necessarily to Elon Musk, although it could be. There's also the issue of a transgender daughter that Jamie Lee Curtis has. This is an adult, by the way. So maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. It could be kind of a passive aggressive thing. I don't know. I'm just addressing the elephant in the room. That's all I'm doing. But let's keep on going. Here we have Don Lemon giving his announcement video, his hostage release video. Check it out.
Hi, everyone. I have loved connecting with all of you on Twitter and then on X for all of these years. But it's time for me to leave the platform. I once believed that it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency and free speech.
Is it not? I mean, if anyone uses Twitter, now known as X, do you think that it's a place where you can't express yourself? Do you think it's a place where others can't express themselves? Left, right, everybody. Everybody has the freedom of expression on that platform as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments.
But I now feel it does not serve that purpose. In addition, starting this Friday, November 15th, X is implementing new terms of service, which among other things states that, quote, all disputes be brought exclusively in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas or state courts located in Tarrant County, Texas, end quote. The full terms of service can be found on my written statement or on the X website. Now, as the Washington Post recently reported on X's decision to change the terms, this, quote, ensures that such lawsuits will be heard in courthouses that are a hub for conservatives, which experts say could make it easier for X to shield itself from litigation and punish critics.
Let's pause. Now, the thing about it is, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, they have litigation attempts from all over the world. There was a big thing in Brazil. I think there was something in New Zealand. It's a worldwide thing. So is it only about the United States? Is it only about people like you living in California or wherever you are? Or is it about the entire world? Because I don't know how that will work. If you bring about a case against Twitter and you got to go to Brazil because they filed it there, I'm not sure how that works. But I think that may have something to do with it. That's probably the bigger issue rather than trying to punish critics, which you're going to have a hard time as a conservative. identifying type of place, although it's not really. You'll have a hard time as a place that is identified as conservative owned, trying to weaponize U.S. courts against anyone.
I think that speaks for itself. You can find me on YouTube at The Don Lemon Show, or on TikTok and Facebook at Don Lemon, and on Instagram and Blue Sky at Don Lemon Official. I hope you will join me.
Alrighty, so there he is, just promoting his next endeavor. Now, he put out like a letterhead, which was kind of funny. I'm not going to read this, but you got a letter with a letterhead, Don Lemon Show, his face and microphone at the bottom. It's like, it's necessary to do all that to say you're going to leave Twitter. You could just, you know what I mean, pack your bags and go the other way. So then Joyanne Reid, she deleted her account as well. You can see it had 1.9 million followers. Gone, at least for now. Let's see why she did that.
Hey guys, so today I finally did something I've been meaning to do for a while.
And then, of course, what this is, it's a notice about you're going to deactivate, etc. Then she does it. All right.
And the reason for doing it and kissing goodbye my 1.9 million followers over there is because I hadn't been posting for a long time. I just didn't want to contribute content once it was purchased by its present owner.
They're so funny, man. Like, they're so dramatic. You can't even say the guy's name. And do the same thing with Trump. That man, him, the guy in the White House temporarily. Is it that serious? You know what? I'm not really a big fan of Joe Biden, but I could say his name. It's okay. I could call him Creepy Sleepy Joe. I can give him a nickname. You guys can't even say the guy's name. So just in case we're not on the same page, she's referring to Elon Musk. She has not been posting there because of Elon.
But just having it there, I was only holding on to it because I, really didn't want someone trying to take over that name and using it for nefarious purposes. I was a little bit worried about that. And also every so often I would use it to just like sort of look at news that was trending and what's happening.
So you actually like the platform. You use Twitter the same way I use it. I go in there looking at news. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at this video right now. Look at this on Twitter. I'm right here.
Hey guys.
So you use it the same reason I do, but you're going to throw away this useful resource all because you're mad at Elon.
Hey guys. Just having it there, I was only holding on to it because I, really didn't want someone trying to take over that name and using it for nefarious purposes. I was a little bit worried about that. And also every so often I would use it to just like sort of look at news that was trending and what's happening. And I would just sort of use it as like an aggregator. But I just realized that that's not really worth it, because in order to like do the news aggregation and just look at all, you have to wade through a lot of dreck and a lot of just abuse and a lot of just negativity.
Nah. I think maybe you guys got a memo, because it's been quite a few people that have been deleting their Twitters. Don Lemon. What if you and Don Lemon went to brunch? I know y'all like doing brunch. Don Lemon is a brunch kind of guy. Y'all go to brunch and CNN down there in Atlanta, and then y'all talk about deleting your account because you don't like Elon. Okay, these white men taking over. These white conservatives, man, I hate them. Let's delete our account. Let's make a pact. And y'all probably did that. But it's a bunch of y'all doing the same thing. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Part of the reason why I'm doing this video is to highlight how these celebrities are just regular normies. They are super duper normies. They don't know anything. Well, they're not really normies. They're normies who have been trained in a certain way to try and manipulate and dominate over us. But once you get past that training, once you're able to see how they operate, the gaslight and the lies, once you get beyond that, underneath, they're 100% normies. They don't know anything. And sometimes you see them wake up. They kind of see the light a little bit, and then they go forth. But a lot of times they stay right where they are, and they're wondering why their career is not going the way they want, because I don't see Joe Reid having a job much longer. They want to go ahead and try to sell MS-13 DNC because that network has become a joke, a complete joke. Okay, look, there's a bunch of these failing stations. CNN, Don Lemon's former place, they going through some things. MSNBC, where Joe Reid is, they're about to go ahead and close that, fire her. And like, what are they going to do afterwards? Maybe learn the code? Isn't that what they told us a few years ago? This right here is the United States healing itself. And the people who have been here causing the nation harm, they got to go. It's a natural process of elimination of these people in the figurative way, not in the literal, they got to get deleted kind of way. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on all these celebrities quitting Twitter, now known as X? Does it really matter? Do you not care? You think it's a coordinated effort to try and just dump on Elon Musk because he helped the orange man? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is just their effort to try and talk about how bad Elon is, to try and protest, to try and make other people do the same thing. Because one thing they realize is that social media, that conservatives, if we're not in control of, we have more freedom, like the Chinese app and also X, Twitter. Those places we're able to get the truth out there and they can't stop it. So rather than just, providing the truth, having better platforms, having better policy, they want to try to encourage you to not consume the truth, because whatever's on there is not really real. Although I use it every morning as a newspaper, it's not really real. Go ahead and leave the platform the same way I did and listen to me and my failing show on MS13 DNC that has about 15 concurrent viewers at any point in time. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.